Mr. Ghai, to you first. 32 years. The matter goes from one court to the other. Eventually, the Supreme Court in 2022 decides a matter that took place in 1988, 34 long years. What explains it? Is this normal?
Mr. Sardesai, normally it takes few years, but not so long. Now, what happened in this case was, in 1988, the FIR was registered, and thereafter some investigation conducted, and he was found innocent by the investigating agency. Thereafter, an application was moved under 319. So that took time. So he was summoned later on under 319, and then he was again tried by the court. Later on, another application under 321 was moved for withdrawal of prosecution. So that took so long, and ultimately in 1999 he was acquitted by the London Trial Court. But then thereafter the appeal was filed in the Honourable High Court against his acquittal, and after around 7 years in 2006, appeal against acquittal was decided by the Honourable High Court, and the Honourable High Court convicted him under section 304. And he went in appeal against the order. These are the legal remedies which are available to all the persons who are convicted or acquitted. Now he went to the Honourable Supreme Court in the SLP, filed. Ultimately he was convicted under 323 and sentence was given of ₹1,000. And then a review petition in 2018 was filed. And ultimately now the review petition is decided. You know, it took so long because not only when the investigation went on initially, which investigation also tried to exonerate him from the offence which he has allegedly committed according to the complainant. And then the investigation, then the application moved under 319, they came against the summoning, then 321 withdrawal, they came against that withdrawal. So it all went on. Ultimately now in 2022, the review petitions have been decided, and the Honourable Supreme Court has given the maximum sentence in the 323.
But the same Supreme Court,
years, but you know.
Yes, you know, the same Supreme Court which just a few years ago said let him off with a fine of ₹1,000, suddenly says that this is a case where he is guilty of culpable homicide not amounting to murder, and therefore now sentences him to 1 year imprisonment. Shashikantji, what does it say also about the policing and the role the Punjab police played? Initially they said exonerated him, and suddenly now in 2022 we've got a case where the Supreme Court no less has had to intervene and sentence him to 1 year jail after 34 years.
Yeah, whatever has happened, I've got high regards for the Supreme Court, but again, I say that very often we have seen that the criminal justice system in this country is just collapsing. Like in this particular case, it took 34 years. Sometimes it was the investigation, sometimes this petition, that petition. Now I'm happy that at least, of course, it was a review petition, and review petition has to go to the same very judge who had given the earlier verdict. So this time again, it had gone that they checked up and they again reviewed the entire thing, and they've given this particular thing. And
no, what does it say about the police, sir? Mr. Shashikantji, what does it say about the Punjab police as well?
Yeah, that's coming to that. When I talked about the criminal justice system, police is the worst of all. There was a question like my colleague, the advocate Sabi said that, yeah, the police earlier said that, yes, there was no crime made out, which is again wrong. It was writing on the wall that there was a crime committed, and they should have written their reports accordingly, which was not done. Very often it happens that high and mighty come in, and high and mighty, they always have their way, unfortunately. And this is one case. I'll request you to go slightly ponder a bit more and check up how many road rage cases are there and what's being done today. In Motor Vehicle Act, there's no provision to check this road rage cases. What a shocking thing it is, state of affairs. What kind of country we have here? The basic thing, like the Motor Vehicle Act has been amended a number of times, but again, there is no question, there is no reference to the road rage cases.